You, out. Get out. No, it's okay. All right.
Fine.
No, I want you out.
Is this funny?
No, get out. It's okay. Yeah, go stand outside the door for a minute. It's all right. I'll let you back in. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, don't go anywhere. All right, so what we do is we have the flashcards. And when I did this at Thanksgiving, I actually used Thanksgiving vocabulary and put a little picture of a turkey on the back. So we had a turkey hunt, and they had to go and they had to find it. And so, for example, let's see. Okay, what is this? It's a spider. These are my Halloween flashcards. Figured that out. Okay, now I need somewhere. Let's see. Yes, that's good. Thank you. Okay, Peggy, come back in here. Okay, hold on. Oh, she's in so much trouble. Straight to the principal when she comes back. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice. Can you say spider? Spider. Okay. So what we are going to do is, okay, Peggy is right here. If Peggy is far away from the spider, right here, we're going to say spider, spider. The closer she gets to the card, the louder we say it. So they're repeating this word over and over and over. All right? So, okay, spider. 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 Lots of vocabulary because it helps them repeat it over and over and over again, and they like it. Especially if you have a class that likes to scream, and I have a couple of those that like to scream and like to yell. Like I said, I work in phrases. We've done, where are you going, where are you going? I'll say, where are you going, and you say, to the park. And then they have to find the park card. Like I said, we work in culture. We play the chopstick game, and I'm going to show you that at the very end, because that takes some time. We do scrambled sentences, yes? Each student has a word. You bring them up in teams, and they have to move themselves around and form the sentences with their bodies. And the machine, which is something new. What we do, for example, I need a couple volunteers. Or, okay, come on up. Okay. About maybe 3 volunteers. Okay, come on up. All right. So we're going to practice our emotions. All right. So, Miss Peggy, can you show me sad? Well, no, you got to do a noise. You got to do a noise and an action. Yeah. Okay. So I want you to show me happy. Okay, so I want you to show me angry. Show me angry. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a machine. So you do yours. Whoa, Dad! Whoa, Dad! Whoa, Dad! Whoa, Dad! Okay, thank you very much. Good job. Have the cards in front of them so they know what emotion is being performed. And it cements it in their mind. They remember this. And, okay, next one. The motivation for doing some of these activities. Number one, it's a non-intimidating environment for practice. It is very intimidating, especially to younger students, which I teach, to go up and say, all right, I want you to say the word bread in French. Yeah, exactly, and he gets scared. If they're playing a game, if they're having fun, they forget those inhibitions, they forget. There's no consequences to do this, other than maybe your teammate gets angry at you and you have a fist fight after class, but that's not important.
That's for Tuesday.
Yeah, that's later. As a reward for good behavior, I use games in the classroom. I tell them in the beginning, all right, guys, We are going to play Around the World today, but you have to listen, you have to pay attention, and you have to work hard, or no game. We can't have fun without the work. So it's kind of a reward for them. Also, it promotes teamwork. These students are very, very good at working together as a team, and this kind of fosters that, and they're good at that. It plays on some of their strengths. Okay, you can practice all 4 skills. Reading, the fly swatter game, which some of you have seen that, most of you have seen that. The vocabulary words are up on the board. I say a word, you have to read the word, find it in the fly swatter. Writing, we do Jeopardy quite a bit. If you'd like, I can send you the template for the Jeopardy game. They like that. We practice writing with a whiteboard, yes, and we modify it a little bit. I show the question. Any team that shows the correct answer on their board gets the points, and I don't take away points if they get it wrong. Speaking Around the World, which is another one of my favorite games, and I'm going to get the flashcards again. And what we do with Around the World, let's see. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. I'm going to come over here to this row, and I would like you and you to say. Okay. All right. So I'm going to hold up a flashcard, and you have to be the first one to tell me what the word is. All right? Okay. Are you ready? Yes.
We're racing.
Yes, you're having a race. All right.
Monster.
Very good. So she said monster first. So you sit down, okay, and then you go on and you stand up, and I'm going to show you another one.
Ow.
Very good. So she would sit down and she would go on to the next person. And I like this one because it gets everybody involved. They tend to cheer each other on. Thank you very much. They have to think fast. They have to do word recognition. And the goal of the game is the first person back in their seat around the world is the winner. All right. And we do the alphabet game. And I have my supplies for that. What we do, especially for phonics words, I have a little alphabet card, little letter card. Each student gets a letter. We have 2 teams. Each student gets a letter. And I'll call out a word like door, yes? And they have to look at their cards. They have to stay involved. They have to pay attention, look at their cards, jump up, and they have to hold up their cards and spell D-O-O-R. It gets them moving. They have to pay attention, like I said, because you always have that one kid that's out there, and his teammates will definitely yell at him. And gets them moving, gets them spelling, and I like doing that one. Okay, get them moving. This is also one of my stronger points. Elementary school kids especially are not made to sit and be quiet for 40 minutes at a time. It's hard for them. They need to get up, they need to move. So we play basketball. I'll say a word, for example, I'll give them a vocabulary word, pants. First person to write pants on the board, they each get a point if they spell it correctly, and whoever has it first gets to shoot the ball into the basket. It's pretty simple. We do relay races. We did a relay race around Halloween with my 4th graders, and we practiced ways to move. We had walk like Frankenstein. We had, what else we did? Fly like a bat, or creep like a black cat. And they had to do the relay race. They had to come and tap my hand. We worked a little bit of culture into that also, because when they got to me, they had to say trick or treat. And the first person to say trick or treat got the point, guaranteed. Simon Says, we do that. Dodgeball, which is something else that I just recently found out about and haven't tried it yet, but I'll let you know. Dodgeball is, you have 4 or 5 teams. Each team has their own vocabulary word. You can stick it to the kid's shirt. You can and give them a card to hang on to. And you have one team throwing the ball. You have the other 4 teams line up. The team that's throwing the ball comes up with a word. For example, if you're using, let's say, food, right? Let's say if you are a dairy product, right? You have to run, you have to get across the line before they hit you with the ball. And that's kind of an adaptation of dodgeball. Next one. Some of the challenges, we'll have limited resources, and it's a struggle sometimes to come up with a game that doesn't require some special equipment or a game board. Yes?
Okay, limited resources. When you do some of those games you mentioned pulling up, so each one of your students has a little whiteboard there?
No, it would be like one whiteboard for each team. So really you would only need...
So the teams don't, I mean, the students don't have individual little...
Right. In some of the classes that I have taught, they do, but here we don't have the resources. So, no, they would just have one whiteboard for each team. Giving directions, sometimes it's a little difficult because they don't understand. You kind of have to budget your time for the co-teacher to explain what to do. And sometimes the communication between the FET and the co-teacher might be a little difficult, so we demonstrate a lot before we actually play. And number 3, always have a backup plan. Just a few weeks ago, I was going to play the chopstick game and realized that I had left all the chopsticks in my office. And they're kind of important to play the chopstick game. So I had to come up with something very quickly. So always have a backup plan just in case something goes wrong, the technology doesn't work, you don't have some of the materials, or if the kids get out of hand, you've got to have a backup plan. And I did put some websites on here. I want to demonstrate another game very quickly, and in order to do that, I need these 2 rows to be filled. So I need people to fill out these seats and come forward and fill these up. Yes, these 2 rows.
So I had to move all my stuff.
Yep. Okay, take one of those. And, oh, I need more people to fill in right here, if you wouldn't mind. And, yeah, we need 2 more teachers, or 3 more. Somebody to fill in right now. Yeah, what? And if you wouldn't mind putting the... Okay, yeah, that's fine. And what I have here, I have bowls. I have some weather vocabulary words, and these are actually taken out of my 6th grade book. So if you wouldn't mind putting these cards into your bowl. And yes, okay. All right. All right, pass those down. Everybody gets a pair of chopsticks. And when I played this for the first time with my Taiwanese students, I thought, well, this will be a challenge. But it was actually really funny to see them try to pick up these little tiny pieces of paper with chopsticks. One more? Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do, did everybody get a... All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to call out a word. You cannot use your hands to touch the cards. You only have to use the chopsticks. For example, if I call Sunny, you have to find this, wait, not yet. You have to, yes, you have to find the right card, and you have to pass all the way down to the end. The person at the end has to stand up and say the word, all right? And when we do this in the classroom, we do rotate, so it's not the same person choosing the card at the same time. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Your word is rainy. 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 What does rainy look like? gonna send it back to the beginning. I think that was team 2 that time. All right. Okay, so that's what the chopstick game looks like, and the kids have a lot of fun with that. All right, so if you want to just pass those down. You want to do another one? Okay, one more. Okay. All right. Your next word is hot. Hot. Good job. All right, very good. Okay, I think my time is just about up. Does anybody have any questions? Any comments? Thank you.
我们谢谢 Alison 老师给我们的分享，不知道大家有没有什么问题要问 Alison 老师的？有没有？首先，请大家再一次的以热烈掌声感谢一下 Alison。